This entire world is how we perceive it. So we're all looking at each other, and I'm not sure you're seeing what she's seeing, what I'm seeing, what she's seeing. It is completely based on how you train your mind. And we're all looking and we appreciate beauty. And that too completely differs culture to culture. What someone described to you as beautiful is what you're going to think is beautiful. Right? In my mother's generation, the women were fat. Marilyn, you look at Marilyn Monroe and all the other film stars, they had nice big hips and they were well-rounded. And then all of a sudden, you had to be bulimic to make it to and I should have lived 50 years ago. I would have been the belle of the ball, right? We get very caught up in our bodies. Very caught up. Very caught up. I lived in Argentina for a few years. And what I noticed is that the women just were so insecure in their, relationships, in their marriages, that they had surgeries every year, altering different body parts. And they really believe that when you alter a body part, you keep a man. Many died as a result of multiple surgeries. They didn't eat anything. They denied themselves everything. I used to feel like a bloated balloon whenever I went to an Argentine party because nobody weighed more than 75 pounds. They were all sticky, thin. And I wondered how you can live like that. What if you're on this earth to enjoy the world, right? Enjoy the food that's given to you. If you deny yourself even basic food, you'd come to a party and take 2 pieces of lettuce. There's no nutrition, there's no nothing. Such an immense desire to be thin so they can keep their man. Why do you need to keep a man? You don't need to keep anybody. We're all capable of taking care of ourselves. Women are so empowered these days. They don't need to look a certain way to hold on to anybody. It is your inner strength and your inner beauty that ultimately attracts the person you need. You don't need to look anyway. It is the qualities that you long for, that you see in another person, that brings you together, not your body. And the body continually changes. The body is nothing but a collection of cells. It is the outermost layer of your existence. According to Hindu philosophy, there are 5 layers, and the outermost, and all the layers are equally important. The outer layer is the one that just grows and moves according to food and nutrition and digestion. So it's your outer body and the way the body works and the food that you eat. If you change a body part, you are not going to find happiness. I read the stories of transgenders and how they want to change their bodies, and I appreciate that they're going through what they're going through. But I can't help thinking that their happiness inside cannot be bought by one body part. There is something much deeper. There is something way deeper than just body parts for you to find your peace. And it's not going to be the way to salvation, because body parts fade and body parts rot and body parts die. The body just breaks away. If you are too attached to the way that you look, you are setting yourself up for sorrow and misery. Because every wrinkle that comes, every little thing that happens, every skin tone that changes, every spot that appears, every hair that falls is going to make you unbelievably unhappy. Your body is just your companion. According to Hindu philosophy, it's just the clothes you're wearing. And with each life, you discard your old clothes and get into a new set, a new body. That needn't be such a connection to your body that that means you're stuck at the very first layer of existence. You've got to go so much more inward. There are 4 more layers that you have to go inward. And here you are stuck at the first step. What is the chance of progress? What is the chance of spiritual progress? There's no chance for you if you're stuck at the level of the body. That is not to say that you disrespect the body. The way to the mind, the way to the soul, the way to inner happiness is through the body. But recognize it as that. Just a pathway to yourself. And in order for you to find your spiritual life and for you to live well, you do the right things. You nourish the body in the right way. Eat the right food. Give it the right exercise. You don't ignore it. You don't ignore it. That's not what I'm recommending. You take care of the body the way it should be, but there must not be an obsession or a connection with your self-esteem. Your body is not you. It can never be you. Which part is then you? Is your hand you? Is your thigh you? Is your eye you? Which part of your body is you that you're so attached to? And anything goes wrong in it, you can't live well. It has to be kept in a state of balance. It has to be kept in a state of harmony. But saying, if I have 10-inch biceps or 18-inch waist, only then will I be happy, you're setting yourself up for failure. You are happy regardless. You are not your body. And as I always say, the truth is always, controversial. I say this one thing and then I say the other immediately. Know your body. Take pride, take joy. Put on your eyeliner and put on your lipstick and, brush your hair nicely and go and exercise and eat all the foods that make you feel good. Dress well. Why not? Match your nail polish. Why not? It only builds your feeling of well-being. There's nothing wrong with that. But an unhealthy obsession, when you get stuck and say that only when I change all my body parts will I be happy. You'll find that even after you change your body parts, you are still the most miserable person on this earth, because your happiness is not connected, is way beyond all of this. You were looking for elation, moments of absolute joy and pleasure. You mistook happiness for pleasure, and it can never be the same. The happiness that I'm talking to you is a very quiet one. It's not one where you go singing and shouting and clicking your heels in the rain, although you can do that. It is an inner stillness. It is an inner feeling that it's all okay. It's all okay. Somebody once told me when I was just pregnant with my first child, did you take a nice photograph of yourself before? Because you're never going to look the same again. And while I would love to be, like a model film star and, slim and everything, I recognize that my metabolism is of a certain type. And I'm okay. As long as I'm exercising 5 or 6 times a week, that's perfectly fine with me. And those who look at me and say you're looking beautiful are not looking at my face. They're looking at the inner light in me that shines within them too. And that's why they can say you're looking beautiful, because that beauty is within them too. That's what Namaste is that I bow down to the light in you. I see what is in myself, Nama, and I place it in front of you. That is what is Namaste. You recognize beauty in everybody. And when does a person look their most beautiful? When they smile. That smile, you don't notice a wrinkle, you don't notice anything. You just see that radiance coming through. You need to find opportunities in your life to laugh, to smile, to just live light-heartedly. It's a short life. We take things too seriously. We're here, we're gone. This wonderful body that we, spend tens of thousands of dollars changing various things, tummy tuck here, freezing there, whatever, Brazilian whatever, all gone. You're going to go and it's 6 feet under or burnt to cinders. Don't waste your money over it. You are not your body. You are way more than that. You are the inner beauty that just shines through your face every time you smile. Every time you do something nice for someone else. Just a little act of random act of kindness can bring the most beauty out of a person. Now, always seen people that do works of charity, like nuns, a lot of the nuns and the spiritual staff of Chinmaya Mission. They have this radiance, we call it tejas. It's like an inner beauty that just shines through their skin. And you feel it. You feel that when you're in such presence, you feel like, aha, this is perfect. Just like walking out in Vale on, in the morning and watching the sunrise over the mountain peaks, the colors are changing. And the mountains and the sun, they have no idea how beautiful they are. They're doing what they do best, just being natural. They cannot help it. They're beautiful, and so are you. You don't have to do anything to be beautiful. You just are. Did you ever think of that? That I don't need to put on this kajal, that I'm doing tie my hair in a particular way, wear colorful clothes. If I wore rags and came in my kaftan and sat here, you would still see my beauty. And I would still see yours. We have to take that cue from nature. Nature doesn't change anything to show its beauty. It just is. And that state of isness, that state of presence, that state of doing nothing, that state when everything is perfect in the world, that is the happiness. That is that joy. Look for aha moments. Remember what I used to talk about? Search for those in your life. Let that replace the wrinkle on your face. Let that give you the joy that a new wrinkle cream will give you. You don't need any of that. Trust me. Enjoy each age. Your childhood, your adolescence, now adulthood, and gracefully age. Enjoy every bit of it. Every age has its own beauty. You never had this wisdom as a child. You never had this sense of completion as a child. Inner beauty, your beauty that you are unaware of, beauty that is so natural to you, let that come out. Let that come out. Reach out to people. And admire the beauty in your friends without any reservations. We all have a lot of reservations to praise one another, right? Don't wait for praise. Look into the mirror every day and say, oh my God, you are one of God's best creations. Say that to yourself 10 times a day and see how wonderfully your day will go. Instead of looking into the mirror, one grey hair here, I'm getting some pimple here, I need to color my hair. No. You are a work of art. You are God's creation. You have that inner beauty in you. And when you have that, you don't need anything